All right, in the case of the golden kitten, you found that we can actually put genes into other organisms and then they express that trait. They're just like that regular organism, but they have like one trait that's different. So now what we're going to do is look at genetically modified foods. So genetically modified foods are um, genes are foods that we put genes into them so they can produce a certain trait. Most of them are, some of them are more vitamins, like the rice. You kind of looked at the golden rice a little bit. And the last thing where we put vitamin A into the golden rice so people get more vitamins. Some of them are resistance to pesticides and other pests so we don't have to spray as much pesticides. For the tomatoes, they are genetically modified so they last longer, so they can be transported to the grocery store and then last longer in the grocery store. So, however, so those you guys have been eating these, whether you know it or not, you've been eating these, and that's what a lot of the controversy is. So the relevance to the real world here is that they've been numerous and numerous for nearly years. If you look, they started out in 1996, and now almost 95%, 94% of the planted soybean in our country has been genetically modified. 75% of our corn, 73% of our other products. So you can see that, and this was in 2011. I'm sure it's higher now. All right, so this stuff is highly prevalent. So the controversy is how safe are they, and also should our food labels have this in there? So are they safe to humans? Pretty much the answer is yes. There's been hundreds upon thousands of tests. People keep saying, oh, they could cause health problems, we don't know. But think about it. Some people have been eating these since 1996. That is almost 20 years now. So if you've been eating something like that for 20 years and you haven't had a problem yet from it, there's probably a good probability that it is okay for you. The only possible probability that they found so far is sometimes it can cause allergies, but you're certainly, and don't ever say this, you will never acquire a trait from it. All right, so just because it's remember, you're eating it. It's not going into your DNA. It's going through your stomach and you're breaking it down. So you'll never acquire a trait or the gene from it. So that's never going to happen. And scientists aren't going to be harmed from it. But the thing that could happen is it could harm the environment because many plants crossbreed with other plants. So you could get pesticide resistance in corn and then it could go to a weed and cause it to be pesticide resistant. And now you can't get rid of the weed. All right, so those are kind of the controversy. So what you're going to do is read some articles about it, just about the information, and have some pros and cons on there. And then you're going to answer some of those questions. Just look at those articles. And then you're going to write an article for a newspaper either discussing the disadvantages of GMOs and why you, or the advantages of GMOs and why you should use them or not. And here's some more articles that I want you to look at for your writing. All right, so it should be a paragraph or two of why you agree or disagree, and you should be citing evidence from the article that you read above or from one of these two articles. All right, so that's what you should do for this one.